Good evening, guys. Welcome back to NubeTech RC. Today we are going to assemble everything together, which will attach the shocks to the diffs, will attach the gearbox hopefully to the chassis. Hopefully we get that far tonight. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. If you guys like the content, please like, subscribe and share. And comment below if there's any questions or so about the kit. The gearbox here is actually pre-assembled. The first thing I want to do tonight is pull the gearbox apart and look if there's any grease and stuff like that inside, just to give the gearbox some longevity and hopefully make it last a bit longer. Well, if you look at the gearbox, it's actually quite beefy, so I believe it will be perfect. But yes, I hope you guys enjoy the video. And let's get started. Now the gearbox has been greased up properly. I must say it's a bit quieter, which is always awesome. Everything goes back together quite easy if you push everything together. The tolerance are very small. I mean, there is absolutely no play on this, and that is the same with the axles. There is no play. As soon as you start moving that, the shaft starts moving. Even if you put some pressure on it, you can feel there is maybe 1 millimeter of play, which is always extremely good to see in some of the kits. I went ahead and pre-assembled some of the links, so assembled the shocks. Everything is here now, so I think the next step is to put everything else together. Sorry for that, guys. I just needed to get everything together that I actually need to assemble the diffs and attach all the linkages and shocks and all that together. Quick tip, because I didn't assemble these on camera, a quick tip is always to turn. You'll see you actually get a grub screw there about 12, 13, 15 or so mils long. A good tip is to take the grub screw, turn it into your plastic ball end, and then turn the ball end into the aluminium shaft. The reason you do that is so that you know that you've got the maximum amount of thread inside the ball end, and yeah, then you know you're not going to have the problem of these things pulling apart and stuff like that. Everything here looks like a really good quality plastic. I actually tried biting on one of the things just to test it, and it's actually extremely hard. So I think it's got some durability on it. Okay, so let's get started. In the user manual, that actually tells you to start with the front diff, it tells you you're going to need screw FA24 and FA1, which is the nuts. So you take out 2 screws of FA24. We'll just put them out there, and we'll take 2 nuts out of FA1, which we'll just put the 2 of them over there, and we will start assembly. I'm going to move the rear diff assembly bit out of the way so that I don't get confused. Okay, so first things first, we take FA24. You'll see here, FA24, you put in the shock first in that little container holder. You put the screw through from this side. No, sorry, I am incorrect. Take the screw, put that like so, put in the screw through the ball end into that little bracket that's attached to the diff, straight through, and attach the nut at the back. For attaching the nuts like this most of the time, I'll use this little tool, which is actually a set of surgical tongs that we picked up one day at a second-hand store. This has become one of my most used tools, just for the simple fact that it can actually grip something without needing, you know, any force at all. So you will be attaching the stuff like that. I've also found that the Cross RC bolts where you have to insert the hex, they actually do not like your standard hex sizes. I must say that was something that I liked stripping out. Also, always a rule of thumb is to not trying to over tighten the things, because remember, it is still very soft steel, although it is hardened steel. Everything's attached properly, you can't move anything. So this will get assembled like this at a later stage onto the chassis. And you would not believe me, but I actually took the wrong rod end. For this, I think I'm just going to unscrew it here. So yeah, that is quite a funny incident. Quite bad that I did that on camera. What you guys think? Okay, just put that one back. Make sure that they're actually in line. And what I was actually talking about, you'll see that the grab screw has been inserted into the rod end first. Then you take your aluminium rod and you will insert it onto there. Another thing where that comes in handy is, like you just saw, if you make a mistake, it's quite easy to fix it. So now these sit like that. So now it's correct again. So beautiful. Now to the other side. once everything is assembled, make sure that it moves freely. See, everything moves freely here. This can turn freely, no real play or so. That is attached properly. So I think everything is good to go on the front diff. I think that is everything for the front diff. I'm going to go and assemble the rear diff off camera, and then I'll see you guys at the next steps.